What's going on? Hey, saw this quote the other day. I found it extremely interesting. I found it to probably be a controversial topic depending on what side of the profession you sit on. And I thought that it needs to be discussed. And so I'm going to go ahead and offer my opinion here. So here's the quote, and you'll see what it says. You know, it's talking about that every high school program across the country should have a recruitment specialist on staff. Far-fetched idea, yes, if you are involved in high school sports. I'm sure that you're aware that, you know, you're lucky if you can get assistants to volunteer. You as a head coach are probably volunteering when we break down the amount of money that you're making and the hours that you work. So I don't know that this is feasible, maybe in some well-funded private schools and some well-funded prep schools. Heck, it's not even really feasible at the junior college level financially. But I think it's important. I think it's important to provide student athletes the proper resources. And so if this simply can't be provided, a singular individual who is in charge of every player, either for that specific team or across all sports, their future in athletic success, their future in being able to achieve a college scholarship at the level that they can go ahead and play at. So, but let's go ahead and break this down a little further, because there are people on staff at the junior college level and at the high school level who are academic resources, who are counselors, who are in a position to help student athletes fill out applications and get admitted to the different colleges that they want. So if we just look at surface level and try to compare that position, which you know, they can work with every student athlete in high school or the junior college level specific to academics. But when we get into sports, we have to then take a look at every individualized sport: football, basketball, baseball, soccer, softball, swimming, golf, field hockey, lacrosse, so on and so forth, right? There's, 15, 20 sports being played at every high school or every junior college. So not only would that person have to have all the academic knowledge, they would have to have all the athletic knowledge for every single sport. We're going to break it down even further. They have to understand the skill set for every single sport and the skill set for every single position of every single sport, because a linebacker is not going to have the same skill set as a wide receiver. I think that is a pretty fair statement, whether you know football intricately or not. So we have that. You have to know the sport, you have to know the positions, you have to know the athletic and skill set for all of those individualized sports and positions. And that's just asking too much. That's just not feasible. And I wouldn't want to put my future or my child's future in the hands of somebody who probably isn't going to have that vast of knowledge for every sport. And it's not fair to put that person in that position. But going back, I do believe and I do think that it's feasible that every high school in the country, that every junior college, community college in the country can provide and should provide their student athletes with resources that helps them achieve their dreams and goals, and not handcuff them and not put stops, not give them my opinion that no one's going to play professional sports. Not give them my opinion that they'll never make it. That is not anybody's job to do, to lessen individuals' dreams. We're talking, academic institutions where student success is a priority. And this is one of the ways that student athletes succeed. I've talked to and I've worked with a number of student athletes who basically are going to school to play their sport. Now, Should every person go to school to play their sport? No, but we do know that it's a driving factor to help them be more successful in the classroom and get them the proper education that they need so that they can be positively contributing members to society when they graduate. We also know that playing sports at the high school and college level gives one more tools to be successful, whether that be the ability to communicate, the ability to work within a team, work ethic. College sports is hard. Your schedule is tough, so they have to have time management skills, and they have to be able to produce. They have to be able to produce something valuable to the group. And this is the major difference between students and student athletes. When I am an athlete in a sport, I have a duty, I have a job, I have a purpose to serve greater than myself. And that is to produce something that the group and that the team is going to, we'll just call it, profit off of. And look, I run a business. I'm an employer. I want individuals to come work for me that do those things, that are going to work hard, can manage their time, and simply and utterly are competent and can produce. Those are very, very important skills and talents that one needs to succeed in life. And so, again, there's a lot of positives. There's a lot of things that students and student athletes can take away from playing that sport at the college level. And again, we want people to have dreams. We want people to have big dreams and big goals, whether that's simply in the school that they're in or when they graduate. But again, every school in the country, every high school in the country, every junior college, every athletic program, every athletic director should definitely and has the ability, in my opinion, to provide additional resources where those student athletes can be more in control, get more exposure, and help them live out their dreams and goals.